Sigma class, best class, without a doubt. An incredibly impressive group of leaders, and I know the other ICL classes are as well in Leadership Maine and so on. But there's an example that I can think of early on about Adam and just how much he stood out. We were tasked in one of our activities over the course of the day of thinking about, did we have a vision we wanted to articulate for something for ourselves, something for our organization, some work we were doing, could be a theory of change. And some, like myself, probably like, oh gosh, I have to speak to this, oh, I've got to think about this, how do I articulate it, how am I going to appear? Adam hit it out of the park. People listened in rapt attention with this vision that he had for a stronger community. And people wanted to get involved. He cared as much about what I was saying as people were showing to him. And I think that is incredibly powerful about the work.
By attending ICL, I saw in myself and peers that attended that there's an affirmation that you're a leader no matter where you sit in the room or where you sit at a table, and that what you do or you don't do in those rooms and at those tables influences what happens in the end. And it gave tools to change how one participated and ultimately create processes and structures that felt more successful because more people were included and what happened afterwards didn't just fall apart. So when I attended ICL, I was just starting to organize TEDx Dirigo, which is an event celebrating ideas worth spreading here in Maine. And it's an event. So there's an event planning process that needs to happen, but it's a team of volunteers that are involved in making it happen, the speakers that are involved in making it happen, and an audience. And so within that, there's obviously results that we're looking for, that the talks are successful, that people are there, but along the way, there's so much that needs to happen behind the scenes that really relies on the relationships that I have with volunteers and the volunteers have with each other, as well as the process by which we're using to get there.
And I feel like Adam took that and he runs with it. Like, he just creates this place where people feel safe to share their opinions, to disagree, to work together to maybe hash out something that isn't maybe what his vision was originally. But I think when you do ICL, you really say to yourself, how do I incorporate what other people are thinking and feeling, and how do I let those feelings create my final vision?
Adam introduced me to the how might we question. And it's something that has stuck with me since I met Adam in October of 2015, so the fall of 2015, when he was starting the Portland Global Shapers Hub, which was a program of the World Economic Forum. How do I invite people to think differently? How might I ask people different questions to make them feel like they can have something to contribute, which I think is hard. When you take community issues and challenges, it's really, really hard to sometimes find your way. And if you look at a compass, sometimes it's really hard to find north. And I think a big part of that is being able to innovate your way to a solution. And Adam embodies that. He embodies that by asking the right questions. So how might we instead of we should?
Adam creates those processes. And in my mind, if you create an unimpeachable process, you can create an unimpeachable result and get buy-in and shared ownership around a variety of work.